Thank you so much for joining me this morning. My name's Heather. I'm the Songbird Stamper. I'm here crafting with you live on a Friday morning. It's a dull and dreary Friday morning here in the south of the UK. So what better way to spend it than making a few cards. I've been working nights this week, so if I'm a little bit tired, I do apologise. And I'm glad you can't see the state of my craft room. Let's just put it that way. It's an absolute bomb site. But it is what it is. If you'd asked me 10 minutes ago what we were going to be making today, I would not have had a clue. But I think I've come up with something which I think you might like. Using the artistic dies from Stampin' Up. Beautiful die set. So yeah, I thought we'd have a little bit of fun together. So let me just find this video on my other computer and I'll be able to see some comments, I hope. Good morning if you're joining us. Thank you for joining me live or on the replay. Or even on YouTube if I can manage to get a video uploaded. My last one apparently has not uploaded, so I need to go back and deal with that. I've been having a little bit of a Stampin' Up break this couple of weeks, which has been nice. Can't really go anywhere on holiday yet because my other half is still working, but I've had a couple of weeks off. Good morning, Kay. Nice to see you. So yeah, I've had a bit of a break, which has been nice, but time to get back to it, I think. Over the weekend and next week. So how are you all doing? I hope you're well. I don't know how many will be joining us. So Friday mornings is a bit hit and miss depending on what's going on and what the weather's doing and what people's plans are now that life's opening up a bit, which is fabulous. I had my first in-person class earlier in the month, which was amazing, absolutely amazing, and I've got another one coming up on the 22nd of July. Thursday night, so if you're local to me in the Waterlooville, Hampshire area, then get in touch. It'd be nice to have you join us at one of our in-person events. And we'll be I'm going to be making a recipe album next month, so that'll be fun. We always do something a little bit more in-depth, which is great. I love a small in-person classes, normally about 4, maximum 5 people I can take. So I actually get to teach, which is lovely. Right, so I don't know how many will jump on. I say I am on time today, which is unusual for me. Normally I'm a little bit late, so maybe other people will be a little bit late. But what's going on in the world of Stampin' Up at the moment? New catalogue available to demonstrators. We can see it at the moment. So holiday catalogue stuff coming up, and that's going to be live for us to pre-order. I want to say 3rd of July, but I don't know whether I've made that up. So I've taken my mind off the ball for 2 weeks, so but early July, so I'll be getting a few holiday bits in. Stampin' Blends course is coming back up again. If you don't know what my Stampin' Blends course is, please do head over to my website www.thesongbirdStamper.co.uk, and all the details are there. But it's basically a 4-class course, interactive Zoom classes, so anybody in the world can join in. And it is 3 bonus lessons on top of that, a full written course guide to accompany it, and that's £60 for the full course if you are going no product, or £150 £160 if you go product based, which gets you £150 worth of product. Special delivery shipping, which is £10, believe it or not, and you get the course for free basically. Good morning, Claire. Nice to see you. And we talk all things alcohol markers. All things alcohol markers. So everything in one place. If you've got colouring pens and you want to learn a little bit more, if you don't and you want to start out with it, then my course is the thing for you. So I won't waffle on too much anyway. I will spin you over and we'll get some crafting done, shall we? Make you not too seasick, hopefully. Bear with me. Still haven't quite got that lip. So I hope you can see. I'm trying to get everything up in one place, but failing. So we're a bit skewy. It's better. Right. So I'm going to be using, well, I would say this set, but I'm not using any of these stamps. So it's a bundle. This is the stamp set that comes with the dies, but you can get the dies on their own, and actually these dies are fabulous. So this is the die set, minus this one, and that's the one that we're going to be using today. You could use this technique that I'm going to show you, or this layout that I'm going to show you, with any kind of open weave die. Even the leaf would look nice, but that's the one I've chosen. It's a really good size. It is about 4 inches by 4 inches. So really, really nice size just for a card on its own. So that's the die set that I'm going to be using. And in there you get some of this ephemera pack. This is called, that's one of the leaves I've cut and mutilated by the looks of it. So this is the ephemera pack that you get. And you get some gems as well, but I'm not entirely sure where my gems have gone. Which is a bit of a shame because they're quite a nice colour. And they'll be here. They'll be here somewhere, I'm sure of it, in my gem stash. So yeah, that's what we're going to be using. I'm going to show you how to turn this into a different colour, because I didn't want gold. Typical me, I wanted something different. So, all I've done is start with this one here, and I'm going to cut that out of Whisper White cardstock. I'm just going to trim that down to size. Good evening, Linda. Nice to see you this evening. How are you? Hope you're doing okay down in the Underland, down in Australia. How's your weather doing? Well, it's so miserable here. I can't believe it's nearly July. I mean, it's the 25th of June, and it's miserable. Grey, overcast. It was raining this morning. Yeah, but perfect day for some crafting. So can't complain too much, as long as it is nice for my holidays this year, because we're holidaying in the UK, so hopefully it will be nice. So I'm just going to run this through the cut and emboss machine. It's a bit big to go in a mini one, this one. I think it does just fit, but it's not ideal, so I'm going to run this through the big one, and I'm going to run it through a couple of times because it's quite an intricate die. Go for that. That looks like it's cut nicely, and then you just want to get rid of the outline and then peel this off the backing. Well, it just starts to fall away in your hands, really, all these little bits. And then I just use my take a pick tool just to poke out the remaining little bits, so it's not too fiddly. You could use the brush attachment if you have that as well, but for me it's just one more thing to move and get out, so I tend to just stick with the little, and I find it quite satisfying poking all these little bits out. Now, I was kind of inspired by a good friend of mine, demo friend of mine. I can give her a shout out, Elizabeth Bennett, who did a blending tutorial in the Stampin' Up UK Demonstrators Facebook group. One of the advantages of joining Stampin' Up is that you get access. I just used my ruler, by the way, to get rid of all those little bits. That's what I was doing under the desk, scraping those off. If you ever wonder how I do that. Yeah, so one of the demonstrator benefits is that you get to join a lovely Facebook group. Actually, several Facebook groups. And we get kind of craft sessions and demos, and yeah, it's really good fun. And Lizzie did a demonstration. I've lost a piece of card. Lizzie did a demonstration about blending brushes, so I thought I would grab mine out and have a little play. So I'm just going to cut myself a piece of Whisper White card. Honestly, my craft room is an absolute mess. So everything is a little bit more difficult to get my hands on. I'm going to cut this to 10 by 14. All good, just the normal COVID lockdowns around holidays, which has stopped your mum from visiting. Oh, that's sad. It's winter here, so it's lovely having 26 degrees each day. I tell you what, Linda, it would be lovely having 26 degrees each day. Middle of summer and it was blooming 12 degrees. most mornings this week. It's been quite chilly. But there we go. Yes, I know. COVID's ongoing. Ongoing. I have to wait and see what it means for our future. But yeah, we're not going away this year for sure. Although I'm lucky, my family live really close. So I've got Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. Those are the two inks that I'm using. They're very different, very difficult to pull apart. Even these little things, these stickers here, which are supposed to tell me, have got a bit sun worn. Oh, Claire, just do a refresh if I've stopped. I'm still good my end. Still streaming by the looks of it. So give the page a little refresh. My internet always does it when I try and watch people crafting. And I've got my blending brush. Love these. If you don't have these in your life, you need them. So that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to start with Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to start with the darker colour first. Just pick up some of that ink. And I'm going to start off the page. So I want to centralise my area here. Felt like there was something under there then. I'm just going to start off the page and kind of concentrating my blending in this area here for the time being. Just thought I could add a butterfly. I was talking to Claire this morning, who's requested can we do masculine or fancy fold cards on one of my demonstrations? And I've said, because she asked so nicely, yes, we can. Although they're really not my favourite cards to make. So I'm more flowers and butterflies. Even though most of the people in my life, apart from my dear friends, who these cards are really going to be for, I'm going to make several of these, I think, and send them out. Most of the people in my life are male. My brother, my dad, and obviously my boyfriend. So, but yeah, they're not my favourite cards to make at all. So I've just gone in with the Highland Heather now just to blend that out, and I'm just going to leave some white space up this top. I really want it to come out to nothingness up that top right hand corner, and then just keep blending. You can always add colour, but you can't take it away. That's what I say, and that's what Lizzie said. So just little bit by little bit, add that, build that colour up. And some passes it will look like you're doing nothing, but you are adding colour. And that's it. That's my background. Well, kind of. That's the first stage of my background. Then I felt like I wanted some ink sploshes. So I've got my Stampin' Right marker. You can do this with the alcohol markers, but they didn't have a Gorgeous Grape. There's no Gorgeous Grape, and that's the colour I wanted. So I'm going to try this with the marker, just to give me those sploshes. And then you could do it with some water as well, and then almost bleach that colour back out if you wanted to. Hey Tracy, nice to see you. I hope you are keeping well, not too busy. So I'm looking for an aqua painter, or water painter, water brush. I don't know what they're called anymore. Water painter. I always forget. And I'm just going to try and get that quite wet. So just squeezing it until the water comes out. Okay. And then when the tip of that is wet, you can just put some splashes on there. And then what that's going to do, it's going to react with the ink that's on there. Because our inks are water-based inks. So if you ever kind of make a project and you don't want it to get ruined, don't get water anywhere near it. But if you're kind of going for that vibe, you can, I'm looking for a tissue but I haven't. Hey Anita, I need to get some kitchen roll, so. And then you can let it dry naturally, or you can just pop a bit of kitchen towel over there. And then you're just making a bit more texture in your background there. And what we're going to do is just lay this one across like so. I'm just positioning it so that I'm kind of happy with where it lives. I'm going to come off the page a little bit to this left hand side, and I'm going to cut that down. And actually I'm going to cut this background down as well. So I'm going to cut that down to 13.5. I want this top bit to be quite white still though, so I'm going to trim off that bottom bit. And again that bit on the left hand side, because I am going to put a mat around this, I think it just makes it help it pop a little bit. And then that's going to stick, I'm going to stick that straight down on there. So if you struggle with for fine gluing, don't forget you've always got the adhesive sheets that Stampin' Up sell that you could cut. You can stick onto the back of the white, and then when you die cut it, all you need to do is peel away the adhesive sheet, and it gives you a nice kind of self-adhesive sticker. But I always forget to use them because I don't personally have too much of a problem with fine gluing, but if you do, then those are going to be perfect for you. You get loads in a pack as well, so I would say they last forever, but mine only last forever because I forget to use them. If you use them more regularly, obviously they wouldn't last forever. My tip for fine gluing though, if you've got like this, keep the nozzle in contact with the paper. That way you're not going to splodge too much ink out. You can't, because the nozzle is in contact with the paper. You can only pop down a little bit of ink, glue. So that's my tip for you. And then that's going to stick straight onto there. And then we can trim these edges off. So you just flip it over. Oh, my stomach is rumbling. I had breakfast as well, but I was up. I've been up since. Actually, I've been up all night. I'm not going to lie. I had a brief nap at work in my chair, but other than that, I've been up since 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So I'm hungry and I'm tired. Right, let's pop this a little bit of glue underneath that one as well. I must have forgotten that little piece. You just don't want any of this kind of flapping up really, because it will get caught and then risk bending and damaging the element that you've got there. So a little bit of glue under there as well. Okay. Oh, you're back, Claire. Bless you. I thought you'd find us if I kept going. So what next? So that's our background. That's right. So I'm going to use some of this ephemera. I've got a bit of a neat trick for you. I want to turn it silver. So it's this one that I'm going to use. And it's gold at the moment. And obviously gold will work with loads of projects. But I wanted this to be silver for some reason. I mean, it looks beautiful with the gold. I might make one in gold as well, but I'm going to show you how to turn it silver. So I've got my Versamark ink. And I'm going to put the gold side down. You could put the white side down as well, I don't think it would matter. I'm just going to put the gold side down because that's what I did last time and that's what worked. And then I've just got an old paintbrush and I'm just tapping lightly into the Versamark. I say lightly because my Versamark's fairly well inked and I don't want to damage it by pressing too hard and bending it, so I'm just tapping lightly to make sure that's all covered. In that sticky ink, which is what Versamark is. Hey Anne-Marie, nice to see you. And then I've got my tweezers and my silver embossing powder. And all I'm going to do is just holding on to the end there, just going to throw that into the embossing powder. Make sure that gets all nice and covered. Doesn't matter if some gets on the back. And then just picking it up on that end section there. And then we're going to heat emboss that. And you'll be amazed. So excuse the noise, but I'm going to do it on camera so that you can see. So I'll try and remove this bit from my uploaded video. How gorgeous is that? So now we have silver ephemera. I'm so tired. I have silver ephemera. Oh wow! Red arrows came over the house. Oh, Anne-Marie, how cool is that? I love the red arrows. Does everybody in the world know what red arrows are, I wonder? So I've got some gorgeous grape cardstock, and I'm just going to cut a map for that because then I can start to see how it's going to build up. So this is going to be 10 by 14, and a customer cord where you do have to work, sadly. Kind of gets in the way of everything, this work malarkey, doesn't it? Russ and I were talking yesterday about retirement. I mean, I know I'm knocking on a little bit, but I've got a fair way to go yet before I get to retirement. But it's always good to be prepared. They fly over again just after 1. Oh, that's cool. And then I've got a card base here. So this is Whisper White Thick, 14.5 by 21. Yeah, that really just makes it pop. I did one earlier without the, I say earlier, 10 minutes before I came live was when I realised that I actually did have an idea. I was a bit worried for a minute. Actually, I was quite worried for several minutes that we weren't going to have anything to make today because I hadn't thought of anything. Right, let's get a little bit organised here. So I need a little piece of white card. What I need, a little bit of white card. Somebody had some somewhere. Here we go. And I've got this stamp set, which is lovely. Biggest Wish stamp set. Love this. It's been out a lot. And I've got the Friend. This one. This stamp here. I'm going to use that one. Oh, for landing at Farnborough before the air show at Headcorn. Never heard of Headcorn. Sounds interesting. I'm going to put the lid back on this powder because I am liable to spill that everywhere. And I'm going to go for Gorgeous Grape ink. Oops, that's my head banging the camera. And this die is from the Tasteful Labels dies. One of my go-to sets of dies for labels and stuff. So I'm just popping a little bit of tape on there. And it just fits. It doesn't look like it does from that side. Can you see? Look, the die looks like it cuts off some of the letters. But it does just fit, I promise you. Look, I'm going to do this. And there's one I made earlier. Okay, so that's that one. So I'm going to start to build this up, I think, now. I'm going to layer the white panel near Ashford. Oh, the Battle of Britain Air Show. Oh, wicked. Is that on this weekend then, I wonder? So that's going to go down straight onto, I'm not putting ribbon around, I always need to check myself, am I putting ribbon around before I layer that onto my card here. But I love that simplicity of the white onto the sponged background. Just giving a nice soft, subtle effect. I'm kind of intrigued to know what this would have looked like with the gold instead of the silver though, so we might make two. Purple and gold and purple and silver. But yeah, I wanted to show you how you can turn your silver ephemera, your gold ephemera into silver just by heat embossing it. It covers really well. This one is going to go up onto dimensionals. I did try to put the word thanks in here. I had die cut, heat embossed onto silver and die cut, but it just didn't really work. It just looked a bit busy, so they're not going to have the word thanks. I'll have to put that inside. This is just going to say friend. Put this on some dimensionals. And I think we'll have that out there. I want to show you as well, like really fairly straightforward cards. Quite quick and easy. That little leaf's just going to come sticking out from behind there. He's going to go on flat. And just where, that's why I held it right on this end with my tweezers, because that little bit there hasn't heat embossed. You could go back in and do that again, but because we're sticking that, or rather I'm sticking that under there today, I don't mind. That little bit's not been done. Then I've used some twine from the, I love this gorgeous silver and gold twine. So again, this would work as we're going to do one in gold in a minute. Simply Elegant trim. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It actually ties a really nice bow as well. So again, my Blue Peter moment of Sky, here's one I did earlier. A little bow, and you can have its tails as long as you want. I'm just going to stick it down and then kind of decide, now do I want it that way around or do I want it that way around? I actually think I want it that way around. Doesn't really matter. Just me being pedantic this morning. So I'm going to pop that onto a glue dot. And then stick that on there like that. And then I realise I don't want my tails so long. It's hard to tell off the page, so I do normally cut them on page. And a few... Ah, thanks Anita, that's what I was going for. Lovely and fresh looking. I have got some rhinestone basic jewels. And we're just going to pop some of those and that's it. That really is as simple as that, and I'm going to make it even simpler when we do the gold one, because we're going to take away this heat embossing there. I'm going to stick with the same colours. Purple is my favourite colour. It's kind of my go-to if I'm a little bit stuck. I get the purple out. And I've already got one of these die cuts. I've actually already got a background. Now, I have stuck gems on here, but I don't stick my gems on like forcefully until I know I'm good to go. Like we're good to go with this one now, so I'll like push them right down into the page. But before that point, I don't, and that's because I so often change my mind about where I want my gems, and I can get a couple of goes out of them without them seemingly without them falling off afterwards. So those can go to one side. I'm just going to splot up a little bit more forcefully onto this. background. I want those bigger blobs to come out again, but struggling a little bit to get them. And then we've got our water brush to make some lifted splots, splashes. The thing about making backgrounds is every single one is going to be different, so I'm just leaving that for a minute to let that water activate that ink, especially because the ink's actually a little bit drier on this one. It's been sat there a little bit longer. And then we'll pop our kitchen roll over the top and lift away. Can you see how now I've got white splodges? Love that technique. Because you're not using a lot of, I wouldn't normally suggest using water with the Whisper White card, but because you're not using much of it, it's absolutely fine to do that on this occasion. And then decide which way around you want your thing again and glue that down. So what colour would you put with purple? Would you put gold or would you put silver? Or would you not make purple cards? I know it's insane to think about, but I know some people's favourite colour is not purple. I don't think I've got any friends who don't like purple. That's a joke, I do have friends who don't like purple. But I think they're crazy. But I know that's not everybody's go-to colour. This would work really well in a turquoise, a red and orange. In fact, you could do this in all sorts of different colours. So this time I just made sure I went right to the end of these little pieces, trying to make sure I don't forget any, like last time. It's easier if you can go in and do the gluing in one go, rather than having to go back and pick little bits up later. Ah, thanks Anita. Pretty, isn't it? Do you like making backgrounds? And yep, inspired by my friend Lizzie, the blending queen. Right, so where's this going to go then? What do we think? Just pop it like that, I think. Purple ephemera. Purple might be a little bit more tricky because I haven't got any purple embossing powder. But you could turn it over and see if the back would take white. If the back would take, I can't even talk. See if the back would take purple ink, which it probably would. See, I've missed this bit again because I didn't think I did miss it. I'm sure I glued that. It's being stubborn. But I'm going for gold because I want gold gems and gold twine. So we're having a gold one, but the only thing I've forgotten to do is trim this down. So I just need to go back in now and just trim this, because I was not going to put borders around these. So let's just trim off a little bit from down this side, I think. 13.5. By 9.5. I'm actually just going to trim a little bit off that side, and then I'm going to try and trim a little bit off this side too. I wasn't entirely sure that would work. Now I just have to sort this little bit of a mess out. Just trim that off by hand. It's better. And then that's going to go onto my mat. I know purple and gold is nice. It looks sumptuous. Talking of purple and gold, new catalogue coming out. Might have something of that colour scheme. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not being naughty. There might be something, and it looks stunning. Can't wait. Excited. Who's excited for Christmas crafting, or who's just like, no way, I'm not there yet? I don't think I am there, but it doesn't hurt to have the products, does it? 10 by 14. New toys are always fun, right? And then I need a card base. Well, I've got my trimmer here, 14.5. We might be done early today. This might be a quick demo, to be honest. By 10.5. Oh yes, it is Armed Forces Day tomorrow, Claire. You're right. Yes, it's in my calendar, but like I say, my calendar kind of went out the window the last couple of weeks. I've done nothing. That was in it. I've been making a miniature model garden, which is basically finished now, but I've just lost a week. It's been amazing. It's been really, really nice doing it. Something completely different. But yeah, I've just completely, time-wise, lost a week. Oh, Katie comes in with, ooh, Christmas. Been very quiet this morning, Katie, and then all of a sudden, always, new products are always good. New toys to play with. So yeah, we've got a few more people on now, so I'm just going to do another little shout out for my blends course. If you have not heard me talking about it, I'm running another one of my blends courses later this year. I say later this year, it's coming soon. It'll be starting in September. But I placed the order for the products for the people who are signing up for the product-based class in beginning of August. So you need to sign up by the 31st of July if you wish to take part in the product-based element of the course, certainly. Bookings will stay open for the online a little bit longer, but it is limited places because I can't teach too many people. So if you'd like to come and join us, bookings are being taken and the spaces are going, so don't delay too long. I'm just trying to get these, I don't know where pieces of orange have come from. Let's use my take your pick tool to try and get those out. So yeah, don't delay too long. Don't head to my website www.thesongwithstamper.co.uk. You can find all the details there, or just ping me a message, send me a comment here, say I'm interested, and I can add you to my newsletter list for the blends course, and you'll have all the details there. I just joined Twins of an Inset. Oh, lovely, an inset day. Oh, lovely, another escape room. Oh, wow, have fun. I'm a bit jealous, really. I'm going to bed, that's what I'm doing. The shopping's coming between 1 and 2, so I'm going to have an early lunch. Then get some sleep on the sofa before the shopping comes. So I'm going to stick this straight down again. Oh, if you've not seen it, Anita, check out my Facebook. My private Facebook. Because I've posted a picture on there. But it's lovely. So we've got the gold. I've got some gold. See, this is what prompted me to think we could have a butterfly as well. He's a bit big. A little bit big. What do we need? What do we need? I need to die cut this thing that I didn't do earlier because I was being lazy. It's been a bit muggy, I think, Katie. That might be why people, I know you're not alone. A lot of people have said they've not slept very well the past couple of days. It's pretty much done. I've just started another one, but I have vowed to myself that I must not get as engrossed in it as the last one, to the detriment of everything else. I mean, there was just clothes all over the house. The house was a mess. I hadn't done any shopping. I don't think I left the house for about 3 days, apart from just going to work. But yeah, it was fun. But this one's going to be a little bit more slow time. So there's my die. See, it does fit. Just perfectly fits. And then I've got some gold twine. This is gorgeous. Love this twine. I think I tie my bows probably the most complicated way I've ever seen anybody tie a bow. It's how I first learned when I started crafting about 5 years ago, like properly crafting. And I sat and watched a YouTube video for about 2 hours. Pause, rewind, slow play it. Well, I didn't know I could slow play it at the time. I've only since learned that you can slow YouTube videos down so that you can do it at the same time. I was literally pause, rewind. And yeah, that's how I learnt to tie my bows. But I've since seen people do it what I would consider much easier ways. So I don't really tend to teach people how to tie bows anymore. So up on dimensionals, this one. If I can find them again. Lost everything. And I've got some of these gilded gems, which I thought would be really nice. They're my favourite gold gem of the moment. Going to go just in there, and then that one up there. Hopefully that's enough. Might as well just finish that off. And then that's going to pop about there. I think it's straight. It's always hard to tell on the camera, or off the camera rather, through the camera. And then the gold is going to come like that. So just use a bit of Tombow glue to stick that one down. Another glue dot. So you could rally these off quite quickly if you wanted to make a few of these. Actually quite difficult to see the colour here. So gold gems this time. That's it. That's it. Quite simple, quite straightforward, but quite pretty. One gold, one silver. I'll hold them up a little bit better so that you can see them. You might be able to see the metallic colour in the light a little bit better. So one silver and one gold. I wonder which is your favourite. Oh, thank you, Anita. You're more than welcome. Thanks, Antriana. Yeah, we are done a little bit early. I'm not going to start another thing. I say I need to have a tidy up and I need to get to bed. Thank you, Tracy. I hope you like them. Give it a go if you've got some dies like this yourself. And even if it's not exactly this one, the blending technique. But if you're struggling with blending, these Stampin' Up blending brushes, they're £11.25 for 3. They're really good quality. I've got 3 packs. purchased 3 packs so that I can have one for kind of each colour family. So one for purples, one for greens, one for pinks. They're lovely to work with. You can, get rid of the ink really quickly, and that's good to go now for this purple or another purple colour. You can rinse them under the tap if you need to, but there really is very little need to. It doesn't even though it's quite inky, it doesn't hold the ink, which is fab. So there's no real cleaning needed in between, and then you get a really nice smooth finish, way better than any of the sponges that we've ever used. Bendy enough handle, but not too bendy. As long as you put your finger there, you're good to go. The gold leaves, Andriana, from the ephemera pack, like Katie said. Yeah, thank you, Kay. Ah, bless you. Both of them you like. That's the ephemera pack that comes with, you can buy it on your own. It comes with the artistically inked suite. And you get some little gems as well, but I think I've misplaced my little gems. But they're beautiful, kind of pinky. Beautiful pinky gems. Let me just see quickly if they're in my box. Ah, you missed the beginning, bless you. Not a problem at all. I don't mind, you know me, I don't mind talking anything crafting. As often as you like. But yeah, oh, was that them? No. I don't know where they've gone. That makes me sad, because they were pretty. I'm sure they will turn up somewhere. Yeah, you get these, and you get the beautiful pinky gems. Right, my lovely lots, that's all for today. I will be back. Let me think. I will be back next Friday. Yep, I'll be here. I'll be here on Friday, and I hope you all have a lovely week. Look after yourselves. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you all again really soon. Thanks for joining me. Have a lovely Friday and a lovely weekend. Bye for now.